The ocean stretches endlessly, a living tapestry woven from currents, shadows, and the silent pulse of life beneath the surface. Here, the rules of survival are written in water and instinct, and every creature is shaped by the relentless demands of this vast, ever-changing world. Each day is a relentless contest of adaptation, where only the most resourceful and powerful endure. In this realm, survival is not just about strength, but about the ability to outthink and outmaneuver. Among these predators, orcas stand apart, apex hunters whose intelligence is matched only by their raw strength. Their presence is unmistakable, their movements calculated and deliberate, a testament to their evolutionary mastery. With every breach and dive, orcas reveal a profound understanding of their environment, blending brute force with astonishing precision. Their bodies are engineered for speed and agility, allowing them to execute complex maneuvers with effortless grace. Killer whales are not solitary hunters. Their strength lies in unity. Each pod is a tightly knit family, communicating through a sophisticated language of clicks, whistles, and body signals, strategizing in real time to outwit their prey. Their intelligence is evident in every maneuver, from herding fish into tight bait balls to orchestrating attacks on prey many times their size. Orcas adapt their tactics to the unique challenges of each hunt, demonstrating remarkable problem-solving abilities. In these underwater chases, orcas display an uncanny ability to anticipate and outmaneuver their quarry. They modify their approach based on the behavior of their prey, using deception, patience, and teamwork to secure a meal. Their senses are finely tuned: keen eyesight, acute hearing, and the extraordinary power of echolocation. This biological sonar allows them to map their world in 3 dimensions, detecting the faintest echoes of movement even in pitch-black depths. Every movement is deliberate, shaped by experience and learning passed down through generations. Young orcas observe and imitate, absorbing the wisdom of their elders in a living classroom beneath the waves. At the pinnacle of this hierarchy, orcas reign supreme, not just as predators, but as thinkers, planners, and innovators. Their ability to assess situations and adapt strategies sets them apart in the animal kingdom. Each pod develops its own culture, with hunting techniques and vocalizations unique to their lineage. These traditions are passed from mother to calf, forming a living legacy that evolves with each generation. Their striking coloration is more than a warning. It's a sophisticated camouflage. The bold black and white pattern disrupts their outline, allowing them to approach prey undetected in the shifting light of the ocean. For a seal basking on the ice, the sudden appearance of orcas is a silent terror. These hunters read the currents, sense the faintest vibrations, and strike with chilling efficiency, often using the environment itself as a weapon. Working together, orcas generate waves to dislodge prey, demonstrating a level of cooperation and foresight rarely seen in the animal kingdom. Each individual plays a precise role, timing their actions for maximum effect. They encircle their target, cutting off every escape, each member of the pod executing a coordinated strategy. This level of teamwork is unparalleled among marine predators. From the frigid polar seas to the sunlit tropics, orcas adapt seamlessly. Their intelligence and teamwork make them unrivaled wherever they roam, thriving in environments as diverse as the icy Arctic and the warm Pacific. Orcas are renowned for their innovative hunting methods. Some pods specialize in hunting stingrays, others in sharks, each developing unique techniques tailored to their environment and prey. Learning is a lifelong process for orcas. Calves are guided by their mothers and elders, practicing skills through play and observation, gradually mastering the complex behaviors needed to survive. Communication is at the heart of orca society. Their vocalizations are not just calls, but a rich language conveying information, emotion, and intent, binding the pod together across great distances. Even in darkness or dense fog, orcas remain in control. Their echolocation pierces the gloom, allowing them to hunt and navigate with unerring accuracy, regardless of visibility. Their hunting strategies are dynamic and ever-evolving. Pods split and regroup, adapting their approach in real time, responding to the movements of their prey with astonishing speed and precision. The physical power of orcas is matched only by their agility. Their muscular bodies propel them at remarkable speeds, enabling sudden bursts of acceleration and rapid changes in direction. With a single strike, an orca can immobilize or disorient prey. Their tail slaps and powerful jaws are tools of both force and finesse, used with surgical precision. Even at rest, orcas remain vigilant. Their breathing is synchronized, their senses alert to the slightest disturbance, ever ready to respond to opportunity or threat. Navigating the ocean's complex terrain requires both strength and intelligence. Orcas read the currents, adjust their depth, and use the landscape to their advantage, demonstrating a deep understanding of their environment. Social bonds are reinforced through shared success. After a hunt, food is distributed among pod members, strengthening relationships and ensuring the survival of the group as a whole. As the sun sets, the ocean's surface glows with the last light of day. Orcas continue their silent patrol, ever watchful, their legacy of power and intelligence echoing through the depths. Far beneath the shimmering surface, where sunlight fades into eternal twilight, the abyssal plains stretch out in silence, cloaked in crushing pressure and perpetual night. Here, the water is cold, dense and saturated with secrets, forming a world few creatures can endure. In this alien domain, colossal cephalopods glide with ghostly grace, enigmatic beings whose existence has fueled legends and scientific intrigue alike. The giant squid, Architeuthis dux, is a true leviathan, rarely glimpsed alive by human eyes. Its immense body, stretching up to 13 meters, is built for stealth and sudden bursts of speed, making it a master of the deep. With eyes the size of dinner plates, up to 27 centimeters across, this squid can detect the faintest traces of bioluminescence, allowing it to spot both prey and predators in the pitch-black depths. Its retina is specially adapted to amplify even the weakest glimmer. Its mantle, streamlined and muscular, powers it through the water, while its 8 robust arms and 2 elongated feeding tentacles are equipped for both hunting and defense. The tentacles can extend with lightning speed, snaring prey from meters away. Each tentacle is lined with hundreds of suction cups, some bearing serrated chitinous rings, designed to latch onto slippery prey and leave lasting scars on would-be attackers. These adaptations make the squid a formidable predator and a daunting opponent. When threatened, the giant squid can unleash bursts of speed, twisting its body and flailing its arms in a desperate bid for survival, sometimes leaving behind only fragments as evidence of its struggle. Its rapid escape is powered by jet propulsion, expelling water forcefully from its mantle cavity. Sharing these depths is the formidable giant Pacific octopus, Enteroctopus doflini, a master of adaptability and stealth. This octopus can reach spans of over 4 meters, its body a marvel of flexibility and control. Its highly developed nervous system and complex brain grant it remarkable problem-solving abilities, rivaling those of some vertebrates. Over 500 million neurons are distributed throughout its body, especially in its arms. The octopus can manipulate objects, open jars, and even learn from experience, demonstrating a level of intelligence rare among invertebrates. Each arm can operate semi-independently, exploring and solving problems in real time. Chromatophores in its skin allow instantaneous shifts in color and texture, enabling it to vanish against coral, rock, or sand with astonishing precision. Specialized cells called iridophores and leucophores add iridescence and brightness, enhancing its disguise. This camouflage is not merely for hiding. It is a sophisticated tool for ambush, communication, and intimidation. The octopus can signal warnings or lure prey with subtle shifts in hue and posture. Preferring the safety of rocky dens and crevices, the octopus emerges under cover of darkness to hunt, using its flexible body to squeeze through impossibly narrow gaps. Its boneless form allows it to access hidden prey and evade larger predators. Its arms, each lined with sensitive suckers, can taste and feel their surroundings, allowing the octopus to detect prey hidden beneath the sand or within shells. Chemical receptors on the suckers provide detailed information about the environment. When these two titans encounter one another, their interactions are a study in evolutionary contrast. Brute force and reach versus intelligence and agility. Each adapts its tactics to the unique challenges of the deep. A giant squid, detecting subtle vibrations, may close in on an octopus foraging along the seafloor, its tentacles poised for a sudden strike. The squid's lateral line system senses the faintest movement in the water. In a flash, the squid's feeding tentacles shoot forward, equipped with barbed suckers to ensnare its quarry with surgical precision. The attack is swift, relying on both speed and the element of surprise. The octopus, sensing danger, rapidly inflates its body and spreads its arms, presenting a formidable barrier of muscle and suction. This display can startle attackers and buy precious seconds for escape. It counters with a coordinated defense, wrapping its own arms around the squid's appendages, leveraging flexibility and strength to resist capture. The struggle is a test of endurance and adaptability. In moments of extreme peril, the octopus ejects a dense cloud of ink, a complex mixture of melanin and mucus, obscuring the predator's vision and masking its escape. The ink also contains compounds that can dull the attacker's senses. These encounters are not mere displays of violence, but intricate contests of strategy, where each move is calculated for survival. Every feint and counter is shaped by millions of years of evolution. In one documented standoff, the octopus, battered but unbroken, retreated into a labyrinthine crevice, leaving the frustrated squid to patrol the empty seafloor. The octopus's ability to vanish into the terrain often determines its survival. The aftermath is often eerily quiet, with only drifting particles and the faint pulse of distant bioluminescence betraying the recent struggle. Life in the deep resumes its slow, deliberate rhythm, yet the victor is rarely left unscathed. A fatigued or wounded squid becomes vulnerable, its energy reserves depleted after the confrontation. Injuries can linger, making it an easy target for opportunistic predators. From above, a pod of orcas, apex predators with sophisticated hunting tactics, descend into the depths, drawn by the telltale signs of distress. Their echolocation clicks reverberate through the water, pinpointing weakened prey. The ensuing struggle is fierce. The squid lashes out, its tentacles coiling around the orcas, but the whale's teamwork and power are overwhelming. Each orca plays a role, exploiting the squid's exhaustion. In the end, the cephalopod's fate is sealed, a stark reminder of the relentless cycle of predation that governs life in the ocean's deepest realms. Here, survival is a delicate balance of strength, intelligence, and adaptation, an eternal contest beneath the waves. Where the restless ocean meets the land, a world of shadows and sudden violence unfolds. Here, the art of ambush and pursuit is perfected by some of the sea's most formidable hunters. The interplay of light and darkness, current and terrain, creates a dynamic arena where only the most adaptable survive. Among these, the orca reigns supreme. With intelligence rivaling that of any predator, orcas orchestrate their hunts with military precision, using the element of surprise to devastating effect. Their acute senses allow them to detect the faintest vibrations, tracking prey even in turbulent waters. Each member of the pod plays a role. Some drive prey towards shallow water, while others lie in wait, silent and unseen, ready to intercept any escape. This division of labor is a hallmark of their cooperative strategy, maximizing efficiency and minimizing risk. When hunting fish, orcas use coordinated maneuvers to herd their quarry into dense bait balls, then stun them with powerful tail slaps, picking off the dazed victims with surgical precision. This technique not only disorients the prey, but also prevents their escape, ensuring a successful hunt. Against larger prey such as seals, orcas employ ingenious tactics, working together to generate waves that topple seals from ice floes, turning the very environment into a weapon. The timing and force of these waves are calculated, demonstrating remarkable problem-solving abilities. The moment the seal slips into the water, the orcas strike from below, their black and white forms vanishing and reappearing in a blur of speed and power. Their streamlined bodies and explosive acceleration leave little chance for escape. Yet, in the abyssal depths, another master of ambush lurks, the cephalopod. Giant squids and octopuses are the phantoms of the deep, relying on stealth and deception. Their ability to remain undetected is crucial in a world where visibility is limited and danger is ever present. The octopus, a shapeshifter, blends seamlessly with its surroundings, its skin mimicking the colors and textures of rocks and coral. It waits, motionless, until unsuspecting prey drifts within reach. This camouflage is not just visual. Octopuses can alter their texture and even mimic the movement of surrounding debris. In a flash, it unfurls its tentacles, enveloping its victim in a suffocating embrace, injecting venom and dragging it into a hidden lair. The speed and precision of this attack leave little opportunity for the prey to react. The giant squid, rarely seen by daylight, is a predator of the twilight zone. Its enormous eyes pierce the gloom, detecting the faintest glimmer of bioluminescence from distant prey. This adaptation allows it to hunt effectively in near-total darkness. With a sudden burst of speed, it launches its tentacles outward, ensnaring prey with rows of powerful suckers lined with sharp hooks. The grip is unyielding, and escape is nearly impossible once contact is made. Even orcas, the apex hunters of the surface, sometimes descend into these shadowy depths, seeking out elusive cephalopods in a contest of strength and cunning. These deep dives require immense lung capacity and the ability to navigate in near blackness. When orca meets squid, the battle is fierce and unpredictable, tentacles flailing, jaws snapping, each combatant wielding its own arsenal of evolutionary weapons. The outcome depends on split-second decisions and the ability to adapt under pressure. Sometimes the orca emerges victorious, surfacing with its prize, the water swirling with ink and the remnants of the struggle. The aftermath is a testament to the relentless competition that defines life in the ocean. But the cephalopod is a master of escape as well, able to squeeze through the tiniest gaps, vanish in a cloud of ink, or simply melt into the seafloor, leaving only a ripple behind. These escape tactics are as refined as their hunting skills, ensuring survival in a world of constant threat. In the open ocean, orcas rely on relentless pursuit, communicating with clicks and whistles to coordinate attacks over vast distances, their stamina and teamwork unmatched. They can track prey for hours, adjusting their formation and tactics as the chase unfolds. They chase swift dolphins and agile seals, adapting their tactics mid-hunt, using speed, endurance, and strategy to wear down even the most elusive prey. The pursuit is a test of both physical prowess and mental acuity. Meanwhile, the octopus stalks the night, gliding silently through clouds of glowing plankton, its every movement calculated and precise. It uses the cover of darkness and bioluminescence to mask its approach, striking with unerring accuracy. These are the true masters of ambush and pursuit, creatures shaped by millions of years of evolution, each perfectly adapted to their domain. Their strategies are as varied as the environments they inhabit, from icy shallows to the midnight depths. Whether it's the orca's coordinated assault or the cephalopod's silent ambush, the ocean is a stage for endless contests of wit, power, and survival. Every encounter is a demonstration of evolutionary innovation, where only the most skilled and adaptable prevail. In these ever-changing waters, only the most skilled hunters thrive, each encounter a testament to the relentless ingenuity of life beneath the waves. The ocean's predators are not just survivors, they are the architects of their own success, forever refining the art of ambush and pursuit. In the boundless blue of the ocean, survival is a game of shadows and illusions. Here, the ability to disappear or to mislead is as vital as speed or strength. Every creature, from the tiniest shrimp to the largest predator, is locked in a perpetual contest of concealment and cunning. Camouflage and deception are not reserved for the vulnerable. Even apex predators such as orcas and cephalopods have evolved sophisticated adaptations to outmaneuver both prey and rivals. These strategies are as diverse as the ocean itself, shaped by millions of years of evolutionary arms races. Orcas, or killer whales, are celebrated for their intelligence and tactical prowess. Their iconic black and white coloration is more than a striking pattern. It's a masterclass in disruptive camouflage, known as counter-shading, that confuses both prey and competitors. From below, their pale bellies merge with the shimmering surface, masking their approach against the sunlight. From above, their dark backs blend seamlessly with the depths, rendering them nearly invisible in the vastness of the sea. Orcas employ elaborate deception in their hunts. Working in tightly coordinated pods, they use feints, sudden changes in direction, and even mimic the movements of other marine animals to confuse and corral their prey, demonstrating remarkable teamwork and communication. In polar waters, orcas have been observed generating synchronized waves to dislodge seals from ice floes, a calculated tactic requiring precise timing and silent coordination. This blend of physical force and psychological manipulation is a testament to their strategic minds. Their ability to assess complex situations and adapt their approach in real time makes orcas some of the most formidable strategists in the animal kingdom, capable of outthinking even the most elusive prey. Yet among all ocean dwellers, cephalopods, octopuses, cuttlefish and squid are unrivaled in their mastery of disguise. These animals can transform their appearance in the blink of an eye, vanishing into their surroundings with astonishing precision. Specialized skin cells, chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores allow cephalopods to manipulate color, reflectivity, and even texture. With these tools, they can mimic sand, rock, or coral, creating illusions so convincing that even the sharpest-eyed predator is fooled. Cuttlefish, in particular, are virtuosos of visual deception. They can produce rapid, pulsating color changes across their bodies, using these displays to confuse predators, communicate with mates, or warn off rivals, all while remaining nearly invisible to the untrained eye. The mimic octopus elevates deception to an art form. By contorting its body and altering its coloration, it can impersonate venomous creatures such as lionfish, sea snakes, or flatfish, deterring predators through convincing imitation and behavioral mimicry. When escape is the only option, squid and octopuses deploy ink clouds, chemical smokescreens that obscure vision and disrupt a predator's sense of smell. This sudden burst of confusion buys precious seconds, allowing them to vanish into the labyrinth of the reef. Their soft, boneless bodies enable them to squeeze through impossibly tight spaces, escaping into crevices and cracks where larger hunters cannot follow. This physical flexibility is a crucial element of their survival toolkit. Cephalopods are not only masters of hiding, they're also expert ambush predators. An octopus may remain motionless for hours, perfectly camouflaged, before launching a lightning-fast strike on an unsuspecting crab or fish. Some cuttlefish employ hypnotic color waves to mesmerize their prey, lulling them into a trance before striking with surgical precision. This combination of visual trickery and speed makes them formidable hunters. These remarkable adaptations, whether the calculated teamwork of orcas or the shape-shifting illusions of cephalopods, highlight the astonishing diversity of camouflage and deception strategies in the ocean's depths. In this world of relentless competition, the ability to remain unseen, to mislead, or to outthink an opponent is often the difference between life and death. The ocean's true masters are those who can vanish in plain sight or transform deception into a breathtaking art, ensuring their survival in the ever-shifting theatre of the sea. Beneath the shimmering surface, far below the reach of sunlight, lies a realm of perpetual darkness, the deep sea. This is a world where pressure mounts to over 1,000 times that at the surface, and temperatures hover just above freezing. Here, the ocean floor stretches for miles, cloaked in silence and mystery. In this abyssal expanse, the rules of predation are rewritten by extremes. The crushing pressure, the icy cold, and the near-complete absence of light have forced life to adapt in astonishing ways. Every movement is calculated, every encounter a matter of survival. This is the domain of some of the ocean's most enigmatic and specialized hunters, creatures that have evolved to thrive in conditions that would be lethal to most life on Earth. In this twilight world, vision is limited, and stealth is paramount. Predators rely on senses beyond sight, detecting the faintest vibrations or chemical cues in the water. Many deep-sea predators have evolved extraordinary adaptations, elongated jaws, needle-like teeth, and bodies built for ambush. Their forms are as alien as the environment they inhabit. The gulper eel, for example, glides silently through the gloom. Its expandable jaws and elastic stomach allow it to consume prey much larger than itself, a vital adaptation in a world where food is scarce. When an unsuspecting creature drifts near, the gulper eel's mouth opens to nearly a quarter of its body length, engulfing its prey in a single fluid motion. This ambush strategy is both energy efficient and highly effective. In the deep, every calorie counts. Predators must conserve energy, striking only when success is almost certain. The gulper eel's patience is a testament to the slow, deliberate pace of life in the abyss. Elsewhere, the anglerfish reigns as a master of deception. Its grotesque appearance belies a sophisticated hunting technique. A bioluminescent lure, suspended from a filament atop its head, glows with an unearthly light. This beacon pierces the darkness, drawing in curious prey from the surrounding void. Smaller fish, hypnotized by the ghostly glow, drift closer, only to be snatched in a split second by jaws lined with needle-sharp teeth. The anglerfish's strike is swift and merciless, a perfect adaptation for the pitch-black world it inhabits. Here, light itself becomes a weapon. The anglerfish's bioluminescent lure is a marvel of evolutionary ingenuity, turning the absence of sunlight into an advantage. Not all hunters in the abyss rely on brute force or deception. Some, like the vampire squid, have mastered the art of subtlety and evasion. The vampire squid, draped in a cloak-like web and adorned with luminous arms, glides effortlessly through the water. Its delicate movements belie a suite of remarkable defenses. When threatened, it releases a cloud of glowing mucus, an explosion of bioluminescence that confuses predators and allows the squid to vanish into the darkness. Its oxygen-efficient metabolism and ability to hover motionlessly enable the vampire squid to ambush drifting prey with minimal effort, conserving precious energy in an environment where every resource is hard-won. Even the colossal squid, a true giant of the deep, has evolved to meet the challenges of the abyss. Its eyes, the largest in the animal kingdom, are perfectly adapted to detect the faintest glimmer of bioluminescence from distant prey or lurking rivals. With hooked tentacles and lightning-fast reflexes, the colossal squid seizes fish and smaller squid in the pitch-black waters. These encounters are violent and swift, unfolding in total darkness, witnessed only by the combatants themselves. In these silent depths, every adaptation is honed for survival. From bioluminescent lures to energy-saving metabolisms, each trait is a response to the relentless challenges of the abyss. The deep sea is alive with the mesmerizing dance of bioluminescence, sudden flashes of predation, and the patient drift of shadows waiting in the dark. Each moment is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of life in the ocean's most forbidding depths. Here, in the world's greatest wilderness, the hunt is a game of patience, innovation, and evolution's endless creativity. In the abyss, survival belongs to those who can adapt, endure, and master the shadows. In the boundless blue wilderness, survival is a perpetual contest of adaptation and resilience. For the ocean's giants, defense is not a mere reaction. It is a sophisticated mastery, honed over millions of years, woven into every sinew and scale. These colossal beings, from the serene blue whale to the enigmatic giant squid, have developed an astonishing array of defensive tactics, each tailored to their unique vulnerabilities and the relentless threats that stalk the deep. The blue whale, unrivaled in size, leverages its immense mass as a living fortress. Yet it is not merely bulk that shields this titan. With a surge of muscle, blue whales can accelerate with surprising agility, executing deep, rapid dives or abrupt turns to evade coordinated attacks from orcas, one of their few natural adversaries. Their skin, sometimes exceeding a foot in thickness, acts as a formidable barrier, absorbing the impact of bites and abrasions during high-speed pursuits or clashes with rivals. The leatherback sea turtle, in contrast, employs a subtler defense. Its shell is not rigid bone, but a flexible, leathery armor that cushions and disperses the force of predator strikes. This unique shell structure allows the turtle to withstand attacks that would shatter the defenses of other species. When threatened, the leatherback's true mastery is revealed in its ability to plunge over 1,000 meters into the abyss, escaping into frigid, lightless depths where few predators dare to follow. The ocean sunfish, or mola, is armored with a thick, elastic skin embedded with dense collagen fibers, forming a natural shield against the bites of sharks and other predators. When danger looms, the sunfish can descend rapidly into colder, deeper waters, exploiting the reluctance of many hunters to pursue them into the chill and gloom. In these shadowy realms, the sunfish's massive silhouette becomes a daunting prospect, deterring all but the most determined attackers. Their regenerative abilities further enhance their survival, allowing them to recover from wounds that would prove fatal to lesser creatures. The elusive giant squid, shrouded in mystery, is equipped with a suite of defenses befitting its shadowy domain. When confronted, it ejects a dense, inky cloud, an ancient smokescreen that confounds both sight and scent. This chemical curtain not only obscures the squid's escape, but also disrupts the sensory organs of pursuing predators. The ink contains compounds that dull olfactory senses, buying the squid precious moments to vanish into the abyss. With a powerful jet of water, the squid propels itself into the darkness, leaving confusion in its wake. Some giants employ alliances as a shield. Symbiotic relationships flourish in the ocean's depths, offering mutual protection. Humpback whales, for instance, are often accompanied by cleaner fish and barnacles, which remove parasites and dead skin, reducing infection and enhancing the whale's health. In moments of peril, the whale's immense pectoral fins become defensive weapons, capable of delivering powerful blows or shielding vulnerable calves from harm. In this realm, every giant is both a formidable hunter and a potential target, navigating a world where the line between predator and prey is ever shifting. Their defenses, whether armor, agility, chemical warfare, or alliances, are living testaments to the relentless evolutionary arms race beneath the waves. Through these intricate strategies, the ocean's titans persist, each movement a calculated step in the ancient ballet of survival. Every day, their mastery of defense is a living tribute to the ingenuity of evolution, ensuring that these giants continue to reign in the planet's last great wilderness. Beneath the rolling waves, an ancient rivalry unfolds, a relentless contest of strength, intellect, and adaptation. This is not merely a battle for survival, but a dynamic evolutionary arms race that has shaped the very fabric of life in the deep sea. In the twilight zone, where sunlight barely penetrates and shadows stretch endlessly, orcas and giant cephalopods have co-evolved, each driving the other to new extremes of specialization and ingenuity. The orca, apex predator of the ocean, has evolved a suite of adaptations for hunting in these challenging depths. Their streamlined bodies, acute echolocation, and remarkable memory allow them to track and ambush prey with surgical precision. Social structure is at the heart of orca success. Pods operate as highly coordinated units, communicating through a sophisticated language of clicks, whistles, and body signals. This teamwork enables them to strategize and adapt their hunting tactics in real time. When a giant squid is detected, the pod executes a calculated assault, encircling their quarry and exploiting every weakness. Each member plays a role, from distracting the squid to blocking escape routes, ensuring the hunt is both efficient and effective. Orcas use their powerful jaws and conical teeth to target the squid's vulnerable arms, aiming to neutralize its grip and immobilize it before delivering the final blow. Yet, giant cephalopods are formidable adversaries. These elusive creatures have evolved a remarkable array of defenses, honed over millions of years of predation. Their skin is embedded with chromatophores, allowing rapid color changes for camouflage and communication. This ability to blend seamlessly with their surroundings often gives them a crucial advantage in evading detection. When threatened, squids unleash a cloud of ink, creating a smokescreen that confuses predators and provides a vital window for escape. Their elastic bodies enable explosive bursts of speed, propelling them out of harm's way in an instant. Some species have evolved thicker mantles and reinforced musculature, making them more resilient to bites and increasing their chances of surviving an orca attack. Their arms, lined with powerful suckers and sharp, chitinous teeth, can latch onto attackers, inflicting deep wounds and deterring even the most determined predators. The evolutionary contest extends beyond brute force. Both orcas and cephalopods have developed advanced problem-solving skills, constantly adapting their strategies in response to each new encounter. Giant squids employ sophisticated camouflage, altering their shape and texture to mimic rocks or drifting debris. This deception allows them to evade even the most persistent hunters. Meanwhile, orcas pass down hunting knowledge through generations. Calves observe and learn from experienced adults, ensuring that each pod refines its techniques and adapts to the evolving defenses of their prey. Echolocation is another weapon in the orca's arsenal. By emitting clicks and interpreting the returning echoes, orcas can detect hidden prey, even in the pitch-black depths where vision fails. In response, some cephalopods have evolved bioluminescent displays, using flashes of light to startle predators or communicate with others of their kind, adding another layer of complexity to this evolutionary chess match. This ongoing struggle has driven both hunter and hunted to new heights of evolutionary innovation, with each adaptation met by a counter-adaptation in a never-ending cycle. The orca's social intelligence and cooperative tactics are matched only by the cephalopod's adaptability and cunning, resulting in a balance of power that is constantly shifting. In this silent, eternal conflict, neither side holds permanent advantage. Each encounter is a test of innovation, resilience, and will. Every clash leaves its mark, driving the evolution of new traits and behaviors, forging the next chapter in this epic saga of survival. Fossil evidence reveals that this arms race has persisted for millions of years, with both lineages evolving ever more sophisticated adaptations in response to the pressures of predation and escape. As the ocean's giants clash in the depths, their rivalry stands as a living testament to the power of evolution, a ceaseless battle that echoes through the ages, sculpting the future of life beneath the waves. In the immense, uncharted darkness of the deep ocean, where sunlight fades into oblivion, communication is an art sculpted by necessity and evolution. Here, words are replaced by intricate waves, ripples of energy that traverse the water with remarkable precision. Vibrations, pressure pulses, and subtle shifts in the water's chemistry become the language of survival. Every signal must cut through the dense, shifting currents, carrying messages of warning, alliance, or intent. Among the most sophisticated communicators are orcas, whose haunting songs echo through the depths. Each pod crafts a distinct dialect, a signature blend of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls that is as unique as a fingerprint. These dialects are learned and passed down through generations, binding families and shaping the culture of each pod. Orcas use their vocal repertoire to coordinate complex hunting strategies, synchronize movement, and reinforce social hierarchies. A single call can summon distant relatives or signal the start of a coordinated attack. During hunts, rapid exchanges of calls allow the pod to adapt instantly to the movements of prey, demonstrating a level of teamwork unrivaled in the marine world. When danger approaches, a sharp, urgent whistle can rally the pod, triggering a seamless collective maneuver to defend the vulnerable or evade predators. The response is immediate, each member attuned to the subtle nuances of their pod's language, moving as one through the shadowy water. Yet orcas are only one voice in the deep's vast chorus. Other giants have evolved their own secret languages, each tailored to their unique biology and environment. Cephalopods, masters of camouflage, communicate not with sound, but with a dazzling display of light and movement. Their skin is a living canvas, capable of shifting color and texture in an instant. Chromatophores, tiny pigment cells, expand and contract to create intricate patterns that ripple across their bodies, conveying emotion, intent, and even complex social cues. A sudden flash of color can signal alarm, a slow undulation may indicate curiosity, while a mesmerizing dance of patterns can attract a mate or warn off a rival. Some cephalopods wield bioluminescence, emitting pulses of light that pierce the darkness. These glowing signals can lure prey, confuse predators, or coordinate group behavior in the inky black. Each flash is a coded message, a brief but brilliant communication that can only be deciphered by those attuned to its meaning. In these silent exchanges, cephalopods reveal a world of intent and emotion, hidden from all but the most observant eyes. Sperm whales, the largest predators in the ocean, communicate through a series of powerful, rhythmic clicks known as codas. These seismic sounds travel for miles, undiminished by the crushing pressure of the deep. Each coda is a complex pattern, unique to individual whales and their social units, allowing them to identify one another and maintain bonds across vast distances. Through these clicks, whales share information about food sources, coordinate group movements, and even teach young calves the secrets of the deep. Their echolocation clicks also map the ocean floor, revealing hidden canyons and prey concealed in the darkness, an acoustic blueprint of their world. Even in the deepest trenches, where pressure would crush most life, communication persists, adapted to the silence and the shadows. The elusive giant squid, rarely glimpsed by human eyes, may rely on subtle shifts in posture, arm gestures, and rapid color changes to convey intent or establish territory. A ripple along a tentacle, a sudden flare of pigment, or a graceful undulation through the water can speak volumes in the perpetual night. In this silent ballet, every movement is deliberate, every gesture a message in the language of the abyss. In the deep, nothing is wasted. Every signal, audible or visible, serves a purpose, ensuring that even in isolation, no creature is truly alone. The shimmer of light, the pulse of a call, the subtle shift of a fin, each is a thread in the tapestry of oceanic communication. Bioluminescent pulses illuminate the darkness, carrying coded messages across the void, while the faintest vibration can signal opportunity or threat. In these shadowy realms, the language of the giants is as varied as the creatures themselves, each species weaving its own story through sound, light, and movement. Beneath the waves, language transcends the spoken word, taking on forms as mysterious and beautiful as the ocean itself. Here, in the silent depths, every message is understood by those who dwell in the darkness. Each echo, each flash, a testament to the secret language of ocean giants. As dawn unfurls across the horizon, the ocean's surface glimmers with promise. Yet beneath this tranquil facade, a profound transformation is underway. Subtle shifts in temperature and salinity ripple through the water column, altering the very architecture of the marine world. Ocean currents, once reliable highways for life, now meander unpredictably, redrawing the boundaries of ancient migratory routes. For orcas, these changes are not abstract. They are felt in every pursuit. The hunt becomes a test of adaptability, as familiar prey slip away into cooler, deeper waters, and new opportunities emerge in unexpected places. Once abundant feeding grounds now echo with emptiness, forcing pods to recalibrate their strategies and expand their territories in search of sustenance. These journeys are longer and more perilous, demanding acute navigation skills and unwavering cooperation. The orcas' social bonds and collective intelligence become their greatest assets as they traverse unpredictable seas. Communication, too, is challenged. Orca calls, once clear and far-reaching, are now distorted by layers of warming water and the increasing cacophony of the ocean, making coordination more complex than ever before. Meanwhile, cephalopods, masters of adaptation, detect every nuance in their shifting environment. Their sensitive skin and advanced nervous systems register even the faintest changes in water chemistry and pressure. The intricate balance of their world, salinity, temperature, the rhythm of the tides, now fluctuates unpredictably, compelling them to recalibrate their behaviors and physiology. Opportunistic species thrive, their rapid life cycles and flexible diets allowing them to exploit new niches and expand their populations in the wake of disruption. Yet, for deep-sea specialists, the story is more precarious. As oxygen levels drop and familiar habitats recede into darkness, survival demands innovation or retreat. In the dim twilight, camouflage becomes both shield and challenge. The changing quality of light and water clarity forces cephalopods to refine their disguises, developing new patterns and textures to remain invisible to both predator and prey. Turbid waters, thick with plankton and debris, obscure vision and disrupt the delicate dance of deception, demanding ever more sophisticated tactics for survival. Bioluminescent signals, once reliable beacons in the dark, now struggle to pierce the murk, their messages sometimes lost before reaching their intended recipients. Orcas respond with ingenuity, developing new hunting techniques and targeting unfamiliar prey, their social learning accelerating as each generation passes knowledge to the next. Cephalopods, too, display remarkable plasticity, altering breeding cycles, seeking out novel spawning grounds, and venturing into previously uninhabited depths in pursuit of stability. Every sense is heightened, every instinct sharpened. A survival now hinges on the ability to interpret subtle cues and anticipate the next shift in the ocean's ever-changing script. Across the vast blue, adaptation is not a choice but a necessity. The ocean's giants and shapeshifters alike must continually rewrite the rules of existence, forging new paths through uncertainty. In this silent ballet of resilience, the ocean's most formidable survivors chart their destinies, evolving in real time as the tides of change sweep across their world, undaunted, ever adaptive, and forever intertwined with the pulse of the sea. Beneath the rolling waves and beyond the spotlight of the ocean's giants, a legion of lesser-known predators stalks the shadows, masters of hunting in silence and secrecy. Their names rarely echo in the annals of marine lore, yet their techniques are a testament to the relentless ingenuity of evolution. In the twilight realm of the continental shelf, the bobbit worm lies in wait, its iridescent body buried beneath the sand. Only its antennae betray its presence, waving gently with the current. Patient and motionless, it senses the faintest vibrations, a stray fish, a crustacean brushing past. Then, in a lightning-fast eruption, jaws snap shut with surgical precision, dragging its prey into the abyss below, leaving only a swirl of disturbed sediment behind. Elsewhere, the mantis shrimp patrols the coral labyrinth, its vibrant colors belying a fearsome arsenal. With compound eyes scanning for the glint of movement, it employs two distinct hunting strategies. The spearer, launching barbed appendages to impale unsuspecting prey, and the smasher, wielding club-like limbs to shatter shells and exoskeletons with the force of a bullet. Each strike is a calculated act, swift, accurate, and devastating. Camouflaged against rocky outcrops, the stargazer fish employs a more insidious approach. Burying itself until only its upward-facing eyes and mouth are exposed, it becomes a living trap. Electric organs embedded in its body generate subtle shocks, stunning smaller fish that drift too close. The ambush is over in a heartbeat, a quick gulp, and the stargazer melts back into obscurity. In the open water, the cookie-cutter shark rises from the depths under cover of darkness. Its bioluminescent belly glows, mimicking the faint light from above, rendering it invisible to prey below. With a sudden burst of speed, it latches onto larger animals, tuna, dolphins, even whales, excising neat, round plugs of flesh with its circular jaws before vanishing into the black. Meanwhile, the pelagic thresher shark employs its elongated tail like a whip, herding schools of sardines before delivering a stunning blow. The tail's impact disorients multiple fish at once, allowing the shark to feed efficiently in a single, coordinated strike, a masterclass in energy conservation. Even among the smallest predators, strategy reigns supreme. The blue dragon nudibranch, adrift on the current, preys on venomous siphonophores, storing their stinging cells within its own tissues for defense. Its delicate, translucent form belies a deadly purpose, turning the weapons of its victims into armor. Each of these silent stalkers is a specialist, honed by countless generations to exploit the nuances of their environment. Their hunts unfold in the hidden corners of the sea, unseen, uncelebrated, yet vital to the intricate balance of marine life. Here, in the stillness and the shadows, the true artistry of predation is revealed, not in brute force but in patience, adaptation, and the quiet mastery of the hunt. In the vast expanse of the ocean, survival is rarely a solitary endeavor. Here, beneath the surface, intricate partnerships flourish, mutualistic alliances that shape the fate of entire ecosystems. These symbiotic relationships, often hidden in plain sight, are not born of sentiment but of necessity, each partner gaining what it cannot achieve alone. Among the bustling coral reefs, the clownfish and the sea anemone form one of nature's most iconic duos. The anemone's tentacles, bristling with venom, provide a deadly fortress, yet the clownfish, protected by a unique mucus coating, weaves through the stinging arms with impunity. In return for shelter, the clownfish defends its host from intruders and cleans away debris, ensuring the anemone's health and vigor. Elsewhere, cleaner wrasses establish underwater stations, beckoning larger fish with a distinctive dance. Groupers, parrotfish, and even eels line up for their turn, submitting to the tiny wrasses as they meticulously remove parasites and dead skin. This service provides sustenance for the cleaners and relief for their clients, a delicate exchange of trust in a world of predators. On the open plains of the seafloor, the relationship between the goby fish and the pistol shrimp unfolds. The nearly blind shrimp tirelessly excavates a shared burrow, while the goby stands sentinel at the entrance. At the slightest sign of danger, the goby flicks its tail, warning the shrimp to retreat. In this partnership, engineering meets vigilance, a collaboration that grants both safety from lurking threats. In deeper waters, bioluminescent bacteria find refuge within the bodies of flashlight fish and anglerfish, lighting up the darkness. For their hosts, these glowing symbionts provide camouflage, lure prey, or communicate with potential mates. For the bacteria, the fish offer a stable home and a steady supply of nutrients, forging a bond that brightens the abyss. Even among the smallest inhabitants, cooperation thrives. Tiny pea crabs slip between the valves of oysters and mussels, feeding on filtered plankton. While the crabs benefit from shelter and food, the host mollusks often remain unharmed, tolerating their diminutive guests as part of the ocean's intricate web. Each of these partnerships is a testament to nature's ingenuity, where competition gives way to collaboration, and survival is elevated through unity. In the silent embrace of the sea, these alliances endure, unseen architects of resilience, weaving together the fabric of ocean life. As the world above grows ever warmer, the ocean's titans face a new and relentless adversary: climate change. Across the blue expanse, rising temperatures, acidifying waters, and shifting currents are rewriting the rules of survival for the giants of the deep. In the polar seas, melting ice sheets strip away the feeding grounds of orcas and sperm whales. Once rich hunting territories are now unpredictable as prey migrates in search of cooler waters. The giants must travel farther, expend more energy, and face unfamiliar rivals, all while their traditional routes dissolve beneath receding ice. Beneath the waves, the silent forests of kelp and sprawling coral reefs, the nurseries of cephalopods and fish alike, are bleaching and withering. Acidification erodes the shells of young squid and octopus eggs, leaving them vulnerable before they even hatch. The once bountiful spawning grounds now echo with absence as fewer hatchlings survive to adulthood. In the open ocean, shifting currents scatter plankton blooms, the foundation of the marine food web. Baleen whales, whose migrations are synchronized with these blooms, find their feasts growing scarce and unpredictable. Each year, their journeys lengthen, their energy wanes, and their calves face a gauntlet of hunger and uncertainty. Meanwhile, the deep-sea realms, long thought immune to surface changes, are not spared. Warmed by creeping thermal layers, abyssal habitats are invaded by new predators and competitors. The delicate balance that has endured for millennia is upended, forcing ancient lineages of cephalopods and fish to adapt or vanish. Even the subtlest shifts ripple through the web of life. The timing of migrations, the synchrony of breeding, the very chemistry of the water, all are in flux. Ocean giants, once masters of their realm, must now navigate a world of uncertainty and upheaval. Yet amid the encroaching threat, resilience endures. Some species shift their ranges, alter their diets, and find new alliances in the changing seas. But for many, the margin for survival grows thinner each year, a silent struggle unfolding in the depths hidden from human eyes. As climate change accelerates, the fate of the ocean's giants hangs in the balance. Their survival will depend not only on their ancient adaptations, but on the choices made far above the waves. In the shadowy blue, the giants wait, sentinels of a world in transition and harbingers of the ocean's uncertain future. In the silent depths, intelligence has taken on forms as varied and enigmatic as the ocean itself. Far from the surface, where sunlight fades and pressure mounts, evolution has sculpted minds attuned to a world of perpetual twilight and shifting currents. Here, the quest for survival has driven the rise of cunning, problem-solving, and even cooperation among the ocean's greatest giants. Cephalopods, masters of adaptation, are among the most remarkable examples. With their complex nervous systems and distributed brains, octopuses and squid possess a rare autonomy, each arm capable of independent action, yet working in concert with the whole. In labyrinthine reefs and shadowy crevices, they learn, remember, and innovate, unlocking shells, mimicking rivals, and even using tools to build shelters. Their intelligence is not just reactive, but anticipatory, allowing them to outwit predators and prey alike in a dance of ever-evolving tactics. In the open ocean, the intelligence of whales and dolphins emerges in the form of social complexity and communication. Pods of orcas coordinate elaborate hunts, passing down strategies through generations, a living culture beneath the waves. Sperm whales gather in clans, each with its own dialect of cliques and codas, forging bonds that endure across decades. Even in the vastness of the abyss, these giants recognize kin, mourn their dead and teach their young, weaving a tapestry of memory and tradition as enduring as any on land. But intelligence in the ocean is not confined to the spectacular. Tiny, cleaner wrasses negotiate mutualistic pacts with larger fish, remembering individual clients and mediating disputes. Cuttlefish solve visual puzzles, adapting their camouflage in response to changing threats. From the coral gardens to the midnight zone, every layer of the ocean pulses with the subtle workings of sentient life. As the environment shifts and challenges mount, the evolution of oceanic intelligence remains an unfolding story. Each adaptation, a new hunting strategy, a learned alliance, a shared warning, echoes the relentless drive to survive and thrive in a world of endless change. In the fluid darkness, intelligence is not a single spark, but a constellation, shaped by millions of years, illuminating the hidden wonders of the deep. The ocean's giants and the myriad minds that share their realm stand as living testaments to nature's boundless creativity. Their intelligence is both a shield and a beacon, guiding them through the uncertainties of tomorrow's seas, and reminding us that in the heart of the abyss, the mind is as powerful as muscle and as enduring as the tides. Beneath the rolling waves, where sunlight surrenders to the depths, a different kind of vision reigns supreme. In the ocean, sound travels farther and faster than light, becoming the primary sense for countless creatures navigating the vast, shadowed world. Here, every click, song, and pulse weaves into a living symphony, shaping survival in the silent blue. For whales and dolphins, sound is both a language and a lens. Sperm whales unleash powerful clicks, each one rippling through the darkness like a beacon. As these echoes bounce off distant prey, squid, fish, even the ocean floor, they paint a three-dimensional map, guiding the hunter with pinpoint accuracy. This is echolocation, a biological sonar evolved over millions of years, allowing its wielders to see in absolute darkness. Dolphins, masters of precision, fine-tune their echolocation to detect the faintest flutter of a fish's fin or the subtle outline of a hidden shell. Their clicks and whistles are more than signals. They are tools, probing the world and unraveling its secrets, from the crowded reefs to the open sea. But sound is more than a tool for hunting. Blue whales, the giants of the deep, communicate with low-frequency calls that travel thousands of kilometers, voiceless songs that bind pods across entire ocean basins. Humpbacks compose intricate melodies, each sequence unique, evolving with the seasons in a chorus of intelligence and emotion. Even the tiniest inhabitants rely on the ocean's acoustic tapestry. Snapping shrimp create explosive bursts, stunning prey and shaping the soundscape of coral reefs. Fish drums and croaks signal territory, while subtle vibrations warn of approaching danger. For many, detecting these cues is the difference between life and death. Cephalopods, though largely silent, have adapted to perceive vibrations, sensing the approach of predators or the movement of distant prey. Their keen awareness of the ocean's acoustic energy is a silent complement to their visual mastery. In the ever-changing ocean, noise pollution from ships and industry threatens this delicate balance. The intrusion of artificial sounds can mask vital signals, disrupt migrations, and fracture the communication lines of entire species. For the ocean's denizens, the loss of their ancient symphony is a danger as real as any predator. Yet, in the natural quiet, the harmony of clicks, calls, and pulses continues, a testament to the ingenuity of life beneath the waves. Sound is the ocean's heartbeat, its memory, its map. In the darkness, it is the voice of survival, the language of giants, and the song that connects every living mind in the endless blue. In the vast expanse beneath the waves, life is bound together by invisible threads, an intricate food web woven from sunlight, chemistry, and the relentless cycle of consumption. Here, energy flows not in straight lines, but in branching currents that sustain the greatest diversity of life on our planet. At the surface, where sunlight pierces the blue, microscopic phytoplankton drift in endless clouds. These tiny plants are the ocean's primary producers, capturing the sun's energy and transforming it into the foundation of all marine life. As they multiply, they fuel a bloom of abundance, feeding armies of zooplankton, minute grazers that rise and fall with the tides. The journey continues as small fish and invertebrates, from shimmering sardines to translucent krill, feast upon these drifting pastures. In turn, they become prey for a gallery of hunters, swift mackerel, agile squid, and soaring seabirds that dive from above. Each link in this chain is both a consumer and a provider, passing energy upward through the ranks. Predators grow larger and more formidable. Tuna schools slice through the water, herding prey in swirling balls. Dolphins and seals join the chase, while sharks patrol the shadows, each movement a calculation in the mathematics of survival. Even the giants, the baleen whales, rely on the smallest, filtering millions of krill with each colossal gulp. But the food web is not a simple ladder. It is a network where scavengers and decomposers play their silent part. When life ends, carcasses sink, becoming banquets for deep-sea crabs, hagfish, and the patient bacteria that recycle every molecule. In the abyss, these nutrient-rich falls spark oases of life, feeding creatures adapted to darkness and scarcity. Energy, once captured by the smallest plankton, is transformed and transferred, nourishing every inhabitant, from the flickering lanternfish to the mighty orca. Yet, much is lost along the way. Only a fraction is passed from one level to the next, making each link precious and every adaptation vital. The ocean's food web is ever-shifting, shaped by currents, seasons, and the pulse of migrations. When one thread is pulled by climate, overfishing, or pollution, the entire tapestry feels the strain. Yet, even in this delicate balance, resilience endures. The currents of life continue, unseen but unbroken, sustaining the endless dance of predator and prey in the blue heart of our world. Far below the reach of sunlight, where pressure crushes and temperatures plummet, life persists against all odds. This is the deep sea, a realm of extremes where only the most remarkable adaptations ensure survival. Here, bioluminescence reigns as both shield and lure. The anglerfish, cloaked in darkness, dangles a living lantern from its head, casting an eerie glow to attract unsuspecting prey. Nearby, swarms of hatchetfish shimmer with silvery photophores along their flanks, their light perfectly matched to the faint glow above, rendering them invisible to predators lurking below. For many, invisibility is survival. Transparent bodies, like those of the glass squid and the ghostly comb jelly, erase all trace of shadow, leaving only a faint outline in the blackness. Meanwhile, others don cloaks of deep red or jet-black pigment, colors that vanish in the abyss where red light cannot reach. The crushing weight of the water is a constant threat. Deep-sea amphipods and snailfish arm themselves with flexible, pressure-resistant proteins and cell membranes, allowing them to thrive where metal would buckle and bones would snap. Their bodies are soft, almost gelatinous, compressing without damage as they descend to depths that would obliterate surface dwellers. Food is rare, and every meal is a treasure. The gulper eel's enormous mouth can swallow prey half its size, while the black swallower's elastic stomach stretches to engulf creatures far larger than itself. Patience is a virtue. Many deep-sea hunters can wait months between feasts, surviving on slow metabolisms and efficient energy storage. But it's not just about feeding. Reproduction demands creativity. Some anglerfish species fuse together, tiny males permanently attaching to much larger females, ensuring that when a rare encounter occurs, the next generation is assured. Others, like the vampire squid, drift in slow motion, conserving energy as they release delicate filaments to ensnare drifting particles and marine snow. Sensing the world in the dark requires ingenuity. The barrel-eye fish peers upward with transparent domes, shielding its tubular eyes, scanning for the faintest silhouette of prey against the distant shimmer of the surface. giant isopods extend sensitive antennae, feeling their way across the seafloor, while the six-gill shark's lateral line detects the faintest tremors of life in the gloom. Each adaptation is a masterpiece, sculpted by millennia of relentless selection, honed for survival in a world where mistakes are rarely forgiven. In the deep sea, life is not just possible, it flourishes, shaped by the unyielding challenge of the abyss, and reminding us that even in darkness, evolution finds a way. Across the vast blue wilderness, some of the ocean's greatest giants embark on journeys that span continents and cross invisible borders. Migration is written into their very biology, a rhythmic dance guided by ancient instincts, shifting seasons, and the relentless search for food, safety, and the next generation. Humpback whales set the stage, gliding thousands of miles between polar feeding grounds and tropical breeding waters. In the frigid abundance of the poles, they gorge on krill and small fish, building reserves of energy. As winter's chill deepens, they navigate with uncanny precision, following ocean currents and magnetic cues to warm equatorial seas, where calves are born in sheltered bays. Leatherback sea turtles, the ocean's largest reptiles, chart similarly epic courses. Hatched on distant sandy shores, they ride the gyres and traverse entire ocean basins, returning years later, guided by an inner compass, to the very beaches where their lives began. Their migrations are solitary odysseys, dictated by the waxing and waning of jellyfish blooms and shifting water temperatures. Even the elusive giant squid is thought to migrate through the shadowy midwaters, following prey and currents in a perpetual quest for survival. Satellite tags and deep-sea cameras capture fleeting glimpses, tentacles trailing, bodies undulating through the twilight zone, always in motion. Not all migrations are solitary. Schools of bluefin tuna form living rivers of muscle and speed, traveling from spawning grounds in the warm Mediterranean or Gulf of Mexico to the rich, cold waters of the North Atlantic. Their migrations are feats of endurance and precision, orchestrated in perfect synchrony, as they chase shifting fronts of plankton and baitfish. Throughout these journeys, ocean giants face perils both old and new, predators, storms, shifting currents, and increasingly the barriers of human activity. Shipping lanes, fishing nets, and warming waters redraw ancient routes, forcing adaptation and resilience. Yet, year after year, these titans set forth, guided by the pull of invisible tides and the promise of distant horizons. Their migrations weave a living tapestry across the planet's largest habitat, connecting ecosystems, shaping food webs, and reminding us of the boundless endurance of life beneath the waves. Beneath the shimmering surface, the ocean hides a growing menace, one that drifts, settles, and seeps into every corner of its vast domain. Pollution, once invisible, is now woven into the very currents that sustain life. Plastics, designed for permanence, break down into microscopic fragments, infiltrating the food chain from the tiniest plankton to the mightiest whales. Underwater, a sea turtle glides gracefully, its silhouette intersecting with a drifting plastic bag, a deadly mimic of its natural prey. Unwitting, it bites, the film tangling around its mouth and flippers, a silent trap with no escape. Elsewhere, a pod of dolphins navigates a clouded expanse, their clicks and whistles muffled by the distant hum of engines and the hiss of chemical runoff. Heavy metals and toxic compounds, washed from distant lands, accumulate in the tissues of filter feeders, mussels, clams, and the baleen plates of great whales. These poisons, invisible but lethal, ripple up the food web, weakening immune systems and disrupting the delicate choreography of life. On the seafloor, ghost nets drift in slow motion, ensnaring octopuses and crabs in a deadly embrace. Barnacles and corals struggle to grow on surfaces now slick with oil and microplastics, their vibrant colors dulled by a chemical haze. In the open water, schools of fish dart through swirls of suspended debris, their gills filtering not just oxygen, but a soup of pollutants and synthetic fibers. Even the deep sea, once thought immune, bears scars. Toxic sediments settle in abyssal plains, poisoning the ancient giants that dwell in perpetual darkness. Bioluminescent creatures flicker past discarded fishing lines and fragments of glass, their fragile glow a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. Amid this silent crisis, the ocean's giants adapt and endure. But as pollution penetrates deeper and spreads wider, the balance grows ever more precarious. Each fragment, each droplet is a reminder. The health of these ancient titans and of the ocean itself is bound to the choices made far above the waves. In the veiled world beneath, pollution is an enemy without a face, yet its impact is written in every struggle, every silent drift, and every fading song of the deep. As dawn breaks over the endless blue, the ocean stirs, with both uncertainty and promise. The future of its vast ecosystems hangs in a delicate balance, shaped by the legacies of the past and the choices of today. In shimmering shallows, seagrass beds sway gently, their blades filtering water and sheltering nurseries of juvenile fish. Yet, subtle shifts in temperature and chemistry test their resilience, as new species arrive and old alliances evolve. Far from shore, coral reefs once dazzled with vibrant color now pulse with muted hues, survivors of repeated bleaching. Yet, amidst the rubble, pioneering corals take root, more tolerant, more adaptable, forging new communities in the wake of change. Schools of fish adjust their migrations, following cooler currents as ocean temperatures climb, while plankton blooms shift in rhythm with altered seasons, rewriting the patterns of life higher up the food web. In the twilight zone, where light fades and shadows reign, cephalopods and deep-sea giants explore expanding frontiers. Some species push into newly accessible habitats, while others retreat to ancient refuges, their fates entwined with the shifting tides of climate and chemistry. Even the giants, the whales, the sharks, the elusive squid, navigate a world in flux, their ancient migratory routes redrawn by warming seas and changing prey. Yet, hope glimmers in the depths. Kelp forests rebound where waters cool and pollutants recede, their fronds hosting a renaissance of marine life. Artificial reefs and protected sanctuaries offer safe haven, their boundaries teeming with renewal. Across the ocean, the silent labor of countless organisms, filtering, cycling, adapting, restores balance, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. The future remains unwritten, but the ocean endures as a realm of transformation and resilience. Its giants, both ancient and newly emergent, continue to shape and be shaped by the world around them. In every tide and current, in every silent drift and sudden surge, the story of tomorrow's ocean is being told, one of challenge, adaptation, and the enduring promise of life beneath the waves.